The Stoic Warrior's Code. How Bhagavad Gita battles and Spartan discipline build unshakable self-belief. Philosophy Spotlight, Stoicism. Stoicism is the ancient Greek discipline that teaches us to see the world with clarity, master our thoughts, and live with purpose irrespective of circumstance. Think of Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." What makes Stoicism unique is its focus on what we can control, their thoughts, attitudes, and actions, and letting go of that which lies beyond our grasp. Another central Stoic was Seneca, who reminded us that it is not that we have a short time, but that we waste much. Both figures show us that powerful change begins at the mind's interior. From their teachings, we draw 3 lessons that resonate in our modern lives. 1. Control the core. Direct your energy toward decisions and responses you can influence. 2. Practice resilience. Treat setbacks as training, sharpening your capacity to endure. 3. Seek meaning through duty. Align daily actions with a higher purpose. This gives freedom despite external constraints. These principles echo the themes of the Bhagavad Gita's call to dharma, self-duty, and the Spartans' relentless training, forging an unshakable self-belief that is both disciplined and free. Chapter 1, The Warrior's Awakening. In the thick, dust-laden air of the battlefield described in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna knelt on the wooden chariot and saw the armies of his own kin lining up to face each other. The weight of a sword in his hand felt heavier, his heart racing, his mind a tangled knot of doubt and grief. He whispered, "If I fight, I will hurt my beloved relatives. If I do not, the glory will slip away." Krishna, his charioteer, sat by his side and spoke of Svadharma, the duty you perform with steadfast dedication, regardless of the outcome. What Arjuna struggled with is not different from our own internal battles: uncertainty over a career shift, fear of failure when starting a business, or the urge to abandon a goal in the face of obstacles. The Gita's lesson is simple. Identify your duty at the level of your values, detach yourself from the outcome, and act with purpose. A direct way to apply this today is to write down the core mission that drives you. Is it to create meaningful products? To help others? To innovate? When decisions threaten to derail you, reference that mission to stay focused. In meetings, if a proposal conflicts with your mission, politely decline or steer it toward alignment, rather than acquiescing because everyone expects you to. The timeless narrative of Arjuna reminds modern seekers that the most potent source of motivation comes not from external accolades, but from an internal compass. Conclude your practice today by turning your mission into a mantra. I act with purpose, irrespective of outcome. Repeat it in the morning, at your desk, and whenever doubt creeps in. If you liked this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories that blend ancient wisdom with modern action. Reflective question: what is one duty that aligns with your true values, and how can you begin acting on that today? Chapter 2, Spartan Discipline. The ancient city of Sparta did not rely on tales of heroic duels alone. Its strength rested on an unforgiving training regimen called the agoge. From a young age, Spartans lived in barracks, honed endurance, learned to move in silence, and practiced relentless discipline. Even their diet was measured, and they trained daily under harsh conditions. This training was not to foster hatred, but to prepare a mind and body capable of facing any challenge without being rattled. When the Spartan king Leonidas confronted the Persian march, he ordered his men to hold the pass, refusing to retreat despite overwhelming odds. This moment of disciplined resolve illustrates a key point. Discipline is not about rigid conformity, but about a clear vision of purpose and the willingness to endure hardship for that vision. To translate Spartan rigor into contemporary success, one can adopt a consistent routine that supports your mission. If your goal is to launch a startup, set a schedule: 2 hours of market research, 1 hour of product design, 30 minutes of daily reflection. Sticking to this rhythm conditions your mind to pursue progress, no matter how trivial it seems. The ancient story of Spartans shows us that true discipline emerges from a deeper commitment than forced obedience. It is about aligning daily habits with a purpose, turning mundane acts into a crucible that refines character. In your own life today, choose one habit you can maintain every day for the next 30 days. Write it somewhere visible and check it off each time you complete it. When the habit begins to feel easy, layer on a new challenge, slowly building an internal scaffolding of resilience. Remember, discipline does not mean losing joy. It means building a framework that protects your focus against the chaos of modern life. If you find the story of Spartan discipline resonant, like, share, and subscribe for more transformative insights. Reflective question: which single daily habit, if practiced consistently, will best support your long-term mission, and what steps will you take to integrate it into your routine today? Chapter 3, Stoic Resilience. Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome, presided over a continent in turmoil. Yet, in his meditations, he records his inner practice in the face of war, loss, and hardship. He reminds himself that the universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it. His Stoic resilience was not a denial of pain, but a method of transforming how he perceived adversity. The core Stoic technique here is acceptance of what is outside our control, paired with active transformation of the internal response. For a modern entrepreneur, the market might shift, investors may pull out, or a launch might fail. Marcus's mindset invites us to acknowledge these events without panic and then redirect our energy toward the parts we can influence: customer feedback loops, iterative product improvements, or pivoting strategy. To apply this practice, start a daily log titled, "What Can I Control?" Each evening, list 3 events that challenged you that day, note how you responded, and then write a plan for how you would respond differently if the same situation arose tomorrow. This reflective exercise trains your mind to recognize the boundary between external events and internal agency. The Gita's guidance on duty and the Spartan's rigor both feed into this Stoic resilience. You hold your purpose steady, you train your body relentlessly, and you remain calm in the face of what you cannot alter. Today, choose a recent setback and rewrite it into a learning opportunity. For instance, if a client dropped a project, identify the skill set you lack, enroll in a short course, and bring that knowledge to your next client. Like and subscribe if you appreciate this blend of ancient and actionable self-growth. Reflective question: how can you reframe a recent disappointment as a stepping stone toward a larger goal rather than a barrier? Chapter 4, Fusion of Duty and Freedom. The Bhagavad Gita teaches that karmani vadhikarast, you have the right to act, but not to the fruits of your action. This insight frees the worker from anxiety over results while upholding a deep sense of responsibility. Stoicism echoes this by urging us to focus on the virtuous action itself, not the unpredictable outcome. When you synthesize the Gita's Dharma with Stoic focus, you create a powerful equation: duty plus purpose equals freedom. You operate from a place that is both committed and non-attached. For a high-pressure professional, this is invaluable. You can meet deadlines, deliver results, yet remain liberated from relentless outcome anxiety that erodes well-being. To put this fusion into practice, set measurable goals but pair each goal with a why statement. For instance, if your target is to acquire 50 new leads, your why might be to generate opportunities that advance my vision of empowering small businesses. When the deadline approaches, stay focused on processes, cold emailing, content creation, outreach, rather than obsessing over the 50 number. The Spartan discipline ensures that you can execute those processes with resilience and consistency. The Stoic mindset assures that you maintain calm regardless of the lead's acceptance rate. This alignment fosters a self-belief that is unshakable because it is anchored in duty, what you do, purpose, why you do it, and discipline, how you do it. Today, chart your next quarter's key result and write a short why statement beside it. Keep this visible as you work and let it guide your decisions when the path blurs. Like, share, and subscribe if you want more stories that demonstrate how duty and freedom coexist in real-world leadership. Reflective question: what is the why behind your current most important goal, and how does it connect to your deeper values? Chapter 5, Unshakable Self-Belief. When the Bhagavad Gita's lessons of duty, Stoicism's resilience, and Spartan discipline coalesce, the warrior's spirit emerges: unshakable, steady, and purpose-driven. This integrated code transforms ordinary individuals into leaders who confront uncertainty with calm, who persist through hardship, and who live in harmony with their values. A practical way to embody this fusion is through visualization and affirmation paired with disciplined action. Picture, for one moment, your ideal self standing on a cliff, breathing in, focused, and ready to confront any challenge. Then, aloud or mentally, affirm, "I act with purpose, I endure with grace, I remain free in my choices." Feel the steadiness that follows. In the next week, practice this routine twice daily: morning to set intention, evening to review and adjust. Additionally, schedule short intervals of silence or meditation to reset your mental state between tasks, just as Sparta would train in calm focus after physical exertion. The synergy of these ancient insights equips you not only to achieve success, but to anchor your self-belief in the constancy of practice rather than fluctuating results. When you remember your duty, you act. When you accept what you cannot change, you remain resilient. When you practice daily, you cultivate discipline. Together, they create an unbreakable inner fortress. We hope this script invites you to explore the power of ancient wisdom in your modern journey. Encourage yourself, encourage others. If you find these stories inspiring, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more content that turns ancient philosophy into everyday strength. Reflective question: which component, duty, discipline, or resilience, feels the most demanding for you right now, and what specific action will you take to strengthen it today? Thank you for joining this exploration of the Stoic Warrior's Code. May you walk forward with purpose, endurance, and an unshakable faith in your own path.